Join us as we go live to Honduras. The presidential candidate for the Liberty and Refoundation Party, Rixi Moncada, is set to offer statements. Let's listen.
I also pronounced myself today and said we defeated them because we discovered their perverse plan, their great lies to steal again the elections. But from here we tell them, Free already defeated you. Libre has already defeated you. The people of Honduras has defeated you. I believed. I believed that we had seen everything in life. I believed that we had seen everything in life. But the decay of the National Party in its center, of the Liberal Party in its center, is bigger, and it deserves that the people of Honduras assumes its historical role as we have always done. At this meeting of today here in the sector of Cabaña, in this sector that is the working men's place of the resistance, I want all of us to pay attention, because it is a historical meeting in which it is worthy to go over. In the face of all the decay of the center of bipartisanship, they had already set up their fraud in the same way in which they armed the coup, violating laws, violating the Constitution, stepping on the people of Honduras. They had already armed their fraud, and the audios that today the General Attorney has exposed, they reflect the low quality, the despair, all of that illusion with which the National Council of Elections was founded to direct the elections, and from which 2021 we gave them a clean, transparent, and democratic election to the people, now turn into a low place of bipartisanship that this people in resistance is going to rescue. This people is going to rescue that National Council of Elections. The audios, they reflect the practice from the coup, especially the audios. They give us the reason. They say we are right. In 2013, 3,000 urns were falsified, and they stole the victory from us, and they imposed a drug trafficker as a president, and we resisted. In 2017, they lowered the transmission system for over 72 hours. And when they lowered the transmission system, they took the result of 5,000 ballots, and they stole again the triumph of the alliance, and they imposed the drug trafficker and drug dictatorship in an illegal election, and we resisted, and they killed their young people, and they hit us, and they chased us, and they made us suffer. And the country continued in its way down, and the people continued to be impoverished, and we fought on the streets. Cabañas went out to the streets. Not only in 2009, Cabañas went to the streets in 2017 to ask for their triumph as well. With the support of military, they chased us. Those of us who resisted the police in their center, some international organisms, and 2017 went by, and we continue in the position of resistance. We resisted that fraud. Then 2021 arrived. It was the hope. Came the triumph of the President Xiomara Castro in the elections, the most clean elections of the history of Honduras. And today, in 2025, again, it is our turn to face the center that is bloodthirsty, that is rotten, of bipartisanship of 130 years, with one of its councillors in the National Council of Elections has said that they have taken care very well of this scheme to do a fraud in the transmission of the results, and that they have in control the transportation of, in the same way that they controlled it on Sunday, March the 9th, to give the responsibility to others for their fraud in Tegucigalpa and in San Pedro Sula. In the audio, she has said that she has control over a group of military, and in those audios, she has said that they have agreements with the international observation and the national one as well, and that they will go to the communication media to say on Sunday the 30th, in their first intervention, as that who won didn't really do it. And they also say in the audios that the important thing is to sustain that Rixi didn't lie. They know that we already won the elections. They know that we have defeated them. They know that we have defeated them. And now they are telling us that the audios that have been published by the public ministry today are artificial intelligence. from Cabañas, we tell them what the people of Honduras are screaming is that is criminal intelligence, and we're going to defeat you because there is no perfect crime. There is no perfect crime. Between the land and the sky, the truth will always be known, and we are going to defeat you with the truth. It is very hard to find out of the degree of mafia and the degree of criminality in which these people have fallen. It is embarrassing for the country, and it should be embarrassing for the international community not to pronunciate themselves on the crime that was today known, on the key signals that inside of that National Council of Elections they're trying to stop the revolution that is headed by the candidate of the Honduran people. They want to stop me, and they want to stop me. As I said before, here in San Pedro Sula, they want to stop me. The groups of power, the oligarchy, the dome of the National Party and the Liberal Party, they want to stop me. The bankers of Honduras, the economical power of Honduras, because I don't represent them, because I represent this people, because I owe myself to this people, because I am compromised with the youth. I am compromised with the youth, with the women, with the men, with the families, to continue moving forward with the refoundation of the homeland. That is my commitment. And they want to say in the surveys, and they know in their surveys that the 18 departments of the country, this India, that is a professor, a lawyer, that is committed with its people, is going to defeat them, and their money wasn't enough. Their corruption didn't fit. I don't want concessions. I do not have any contracts with the states. I don't have businesses with the state. I don't want your money that has blood in it. I only want the confidence of my people, the trust of my people, that I'm going to give back with works, with programs, with projects, with growth in the economy. To them, they're terrified by my proposal, and I understand that, because my proposal is directed my proposal is directed at the people. It is directed to the families.
No hay forma.
My proposal that is peaceful, democratic, to eliminate the risks and for all of us to have access to credits. My proposal of lowering the interest in the loans for housing, for vehicles, for businesses, for the small companies. My proposal to touch the wound of the financial system, to distribute richness, the money. My proposal of transparency. They talk about transparency, but each time we say, well, let's talk about transparency, our proposal is on the democratizing of the economy. We want the system of the banks to put the money at the service of the people, so that people can have opportunities and they can work and have also earnings, for the youth to have opportunities of developing themselves in the country. That proposal of the universal scholarship, that proposal against the work of children and in favor of the education that is public and free, all the way up to university level, of the free health, of the construction of more hospitals, of the delivering of more medicines. They don't like it. They don't like it. The transparency, they don't want it. The fight against corruption, they don't want that. They don't think the owners of the concessions of the trash, of the concessions of infrastructure, to the owners of the permits to have communications with media and for telecommunications as well. They don't like the proposal of the state to defend what is public, and for us to say up to here, the privatizing, no more private of the things that belong to the state and should be put to the service of all of the people.